Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and we have an absolute stunner for you today. At first glance, this is a near perfect watch. I'm talking about sapphire crystal, stainless steel, and automatic movement, and expert craftsmanship. We are going to carve this baby up and go line by line to see exactly what this watch is all about. You know the deal. Grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. I wanted to take just a quick second before we get started to thank you guys for watching today's video. We really do appreciate that. If you will, just take another second and subscribe to the channel. It'll only take you a second, but it really does help. Okay, let's do a really quick wrist check. You are looking at the Steelflyer SF740V Pilot Watch. This guy has the Seiko VH31 movement, which is a high beat and ultra thin. It's a cool 39 millimeters in diameter and only 10 millimeters thick. It comes in a number of variants. You can get the stainless steel bracelet, the leather strap, or like this one, the rubber. This is a lot of watch. Check it out. Okay, time's a ticking, so let's do a comprehensive review on the Carnival 8862. I have to tell you, this is one of the most difficult watches to film due to the crystal shape and the thinness of the hands, so keep that in mind as we go through this video. The case diameter is 42 millimeters. Now that does not include the crown. The case length is 47.5 millimeters, and it's a decent 13 millimeters thick. The lug width is 20 millimeters, so you have a ton of strap options. You also get a very interesting double-domed synthetic sapphire crystal. I really hate to start right out of the gate with a negative, but there are a couple of things I need to mention right up front. This watch only has 30 meters of water resistance. That's not a deal breaker, at least for me, but it needs to be mentioned. Another issue that I want to mention is the case is stainless steel, but we have no idea the stainless steel rating. It simply says stainless steel, so I really don't know more on that just a little later. It's powered by the Miyota 8205 automatic movement, which is okay. It's 21 joules, it's made in Japan, and found in many new Microbrand watches because it's easily obtainable, low cost, and considered an entry-level workhorse movement. So this watch is consistent and reliable, and it's not a bad choice of a movement for a watch at this price point. Okay, let's examine this case more thoroughly. It's a perfectly round shape. You can see that from the top down, and if you look at its profile, it kind of looks like a bowl. I wonder how that will wear because there will be some gaps from the wrist to the bottom of the case. We will check that out in just a little bit. The case is polished as well, so keep that in mind. You'll be dealing with some fingerprints. And take a look how these lugs barrel down aggressively. That's an interesting look. The workmanship is nice, detailed, and has a very clean look. Taking a look at the crown, it is unsigned, which is a bit disappointing. However, it has really nice grip, which kind of makes up for that in my mind. The crown feels a little small as well, but operationally it's fine and easy to control. Let's flip the watch over and look at the case back because there's an exhibition window here, and that's pretty interesting. Firstly, it has 4 screws inserted in to hold it into place. That's a little rare but not unheard of. The exhibition window has a tint to it. I'm not sure how well that is picked up on the camera, but it's there. I'm not sure why it's there, but it's clearly in place. Now I want to turn the watch back over and have a look at it from the top down. Looking down at the entirety of the watch, clearly the star of the show is this dial. The color is a blue-green, and the dial is separated into 4 quadrants, which you can see here. The top right and the bottom left have a circular pattern, while the top left and bottom right are straight lines. This is a pretty neat design you don't normally see at an affordable watch, especially one from AliExpress. This is a really nice touch and adds character to the watch. There is a day-date complication just inside the 3 o'clock. The minute and hour markers are printed except for the applied markers at the 12, 3, 6, and 9 positions. I will say this, the dial is open, clean, and well balanced. This watch is very attractive and popular with those needing a dress timepiece. The Carnival logo is printed in cursive just under the 12 o'clock. It looks nice and adds a touch of eloquence and class. You can also see the word automatic under the logo. On the bottom of the dial, just over the 6 o'clock, you can see the water resistance rating of 30 meters, which is 100 feet. Now, real quick, let's review what that really means. That doesn't mean you can dive 100 feet beneath the surface. and the watch remained intact. Here is a chart that specifies safety precautions in regards to specific depth ratings. This watch being rated at 30 meters, which means you can safely wash your hands or do the dishes or walk from your car to the house when it's raining, not much more than that. This being a dress watch, it's probably okay, but I do always prefer 100 meters. Okay, back to the dial. Along the very outer edges of this sunburst dial is a minute track, which is on the inside of the numerals. The hour and minute hands are long and thin, and this green-blue dial, the legibility is not great, but it does look pretty awesome. I do like the seconds hand. It's painted in orange, and that's a really good contrast. This is a great looking dial and one of the better looking dials that you'll see on AliExpress. If you've not seen one in person, you may not quite understand how sharp this thing looks. Now let's take a look at the leather strap. It's decent, nothing special really. I will replace the strap with a new one. It feels okay, wears well, but doesn't really strike me as one that'll last. Okay, we have reached that part of the video where we're going to try to put it all together and see exactly what this watch is all about. We like to call this segment Gripes and Likes. Let's start with the gripes. Number one, the stainless steel. We don't know if it's 316L stainless steel or what the rating is. It just says stainless steel. And number two, and this may be nitpicking, I'm not sure, but there is a separation between your wrist and the bottom of the case when you're wearing this watch because the bottom is smaller than the top of the watch. And number three, there is a legibility issue with this watch. With the color of the hands matched with the color of the dial, it's a little tough to check the time. And now the likes. Number one, this dial is awesome. That quadrant look is amazing. It just looks great. I love the color of the dial as well. And number two, I really like the look of this watch. The refinement is good. The workmanship is great. They do a good job. So would we recommend this watch? I think so. If it stays in the $70 range or less, that should be the target price for this. There are other dress watches a little bit cheaper, like the Guangqin 9106. Very similar watch, a little less expensive, and every bit the quality. All right, we talked about several watches today, even though we only reviewed one. If you want to know more about this watch or any of the others, we'll put links in the description. Go there, check it out, investigate it, see if it's right for you. If you decide to make a purchase, just remember, My Dude Watch does get a small commission, but you don't pay more. Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It'll only take you a second, but it really does help. Okay, I've been told to wrap it up, so we are going to close the show. But thanks again for watching. We really appreciate that. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch, and we'll see you next time. But wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.